hopefully you can't see them too clearly. I've just been walking in sandals. So we're going to make sure the heel and the ankle still stay quite still. We're just warming up the forefoot. So pressing your fingers through your toes and just warming up this forefoot to begin with. So we're going to go through some different breathing methods. We're going to go through one that we've not really used much before as well. So we're going to go through a focused breath. Then we're going to do something we know first, and then we're going to do lion's breath but in sitting today, with a little bit of a focus on the pineal gland. Yeah, just have some fun with our breathing. So warming this foot up. Now, what I'd like you to do as well, to start warming up into your hips, is once you've warmed up the forefoot here, I'd like you to take your fist, just a light fist, and I'd like you to rub it on the arch of your foot. Now, this arch of your foot is one of the biomechanical springs in your body. So it's it's the first spring in the spring series when I teach this exercise pattern. So we're just going to give it a warm up because it helps to warm up through the springs into your pelvic floor, which is the last spring. Good. So just give it a rub. And then let's swap to the other side, same thing. So going into our toes first. And mobilizing these guys. Excellent. Nice to see you all. Thanks for making the time to be here today. So really warming into here. And then once that feels warm, you're going to take your fist again and we're going to rub the arch of your foot. This is a great one to do, just even this beginning one. I mean, there's like other ones that I work with. We've done one class on this. We should do another one. It's great to do before you start walking or going anywhere, just to warm up those arches before we get started. Okay, so we're going to come to a sitting position. You can choose how you want to sit. We're just making sure that we've got our pelvis underneath our rib cage. So you can sit with your legs folded underneath you. You can sit with your legs out in front of you. You can sit on a block, a cushion, a chair, sit cross-legged, just wherever you find the most comfort. Good. And again, we don't have to dorsiflex our feet for this session. It's just everything is nice and relaxed. And we're just going to really focus on the breathing. So we're going to start with our rib cage balanced on top of our pelvis and our head. Just take a moment to notice your head. And I'd like you just to take some regular breaths, just the way you usually breathe. So just taking some nice regular breaths. And as you take this regular breath, I'd just like you to focus in on your spine. So thinking about your spine. Start all the way down at your sit bones, actually. And as you breathe, move up from your sit bones to the back of your sacrum, to the start. So the back of your sacrum is the start, coccyx area is the start of your spine. And I'd like you, each time you exhale, just to imagine a little bit more space between each of the vertebrae as you move up from your sit bones, your coccyx, your lower back, your rib cage, your neck, and your head. And just take time to, as you inhale, gather in all the oxygen, and as you exhale, release any tension between the vertebrae. So just finding space there as we breathe. And remaining there, sitting and breathing, thinking about that space in the exhale, I'd like you to bring your attention to your lower ribs. And we're going to inhale, widening the rib cage to the sides and behind. So really focus on that feeling of space you're creating on the inhale for the ribs. And as you exhale and close the ribs, thinking about the space that you're creating in the vertebra. Inhaling through your nose for these ones. Exhaling through a relaxed jaw. It doesn't have to be hanging open, it's just relaxed. Just taking your time, we're going to do another few breaths here, just focusing on that breathing. Thinking about your shoulders being relaxed. As you inhale, widen your rib cage, visualize your pelvic floor just widening a little. And as you exhale, the vertebra you create space in the vertebra, thinking about the pelvic floor drawing in a little. And just take some breaths thinking about those things. So with this 360 breathing now that we're doing, we're going to bring in a bit of box breathing. So we're going to inhale for 4, pause for 4, exhale for 4, pause for 4. We're going to do this 3 times through. At the end of the third set, we're going to pause for 4 and then slowly widen our rib cage for the rest of the time that we have with that pause. So ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Slowly widen your ribs. Just allowing that expansion to happen. Allowing it to happen for as long as it's comfortable for your body. And when you need to inhale, you're going to inhale here and exhale, release. Just go back to your own natural cadence again. Okay, so this time we're going to do the same 4-4-4 breathing, but we're going to add some pursed lips to it. Now, pursed lips breathing means we gently draw the lips together and we almost gently resist the air coming out of the mouth. So we're doing an inhale through our nose and then gently resisting the air for that count of 4. Okay, all good? Let's go for it. So same thing, box breathing. So ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Lengthen. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Allow your ribcage to open. Keep your mouth and nose closed, expanding the ribcage. And when you need to inhale, you're going to inhale. I realised halfway through that I can't give too many directions or I forget where I'm counting. So the next one is we're going to do our pursed lip breathing, but we're going to think about it expanding a little bit more. So we're going to imagine we've got a golden thread. We're going to imagine that golden thread comes from our pelvic floor all the way up through our body and out through our mouth. So as it can be golden, it can be red, it can be blue, it can be your favourite colour, it can be multicolored. You know, it's just the thread, yeah? So as we inhale, we're going to think about the inhale, we're going to think about the ribcage widening all the space that we're creating in the pelvic floor and the ribcage. And as we exhale, we're going to breathe that thread out all the way from our vulva area, all the way out through our mouth. So we really feel this idea of that lift that comes from the organs during the exhale. Again, it's pursed lips and it's like a continuous thread. So as we inhale, it stays in space where it is. And we exhale again, it keeps going a little bit further. And then when we inhale, it pauses in stasis, and we exhale, it goes a little bit further. All good? Yeah? So let's try this one. So we're going to do our pursed lip breathing with the golden thread moving out. So it's continuous movement. Yeah, let's do it. Box breathing again. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, pause. Oh, sorry, that's me. That's totally off on one. So we're going to inhale for 4, Abby. So ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Breathe it out. 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Breathe it longer. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Breathe more. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Slowly widen your rib cage, allowing that expansion to happen. And when you're ready to inhale, you're going to inhale here and exhale, allowing the release. Okay, so the next one we're going to look at is we're going to think about a focus. But before we do that, we're going to just breathe again. So just back to your natural cadence, just nice and slowly breathing. Just breathing the way you normally do. Don't think about slowly breathing, just normally breathing. Just be aware of how that feels in your body. Do you feel it a little bit more in the chest, a little bit more towards the belly, a little bit more towards the back? Just bring awareness to where you feel your breath in your body. So I feel mine quite a lot across the back of my shoulder blades. You might feel yours somewhere else. And now I'd like you to take some nice deep 360 breaths and notice the difference between that and your regular breathing. So take some nice deep 360 breaths. What do you feel changing? Okay, so now we're going to do something's popped up on my screen, so I'm just going to get it off so I can see you all. It's really annoying when it does that. Okay, so now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to pick a word that means relax and release to you. So it could be the word relax. It could be the word release. It could be the word smooth. It could be the word melt. It could be, so you're looking for a word that brings a sense of relaxation to you. Okay? So as you inhale, I've got to make sure I do this right. Yes, that's right. So as you inhale, you're going to say the word in your mind. And as you exhale, you're going to just allow the air to come out as a release. So I'd like you to think about the word, so I want you to, as you exhale, I'd like you to exhale out tension. So think about any tension you have leaving your body on the exhale. As you inhale, you're going to think about your word. So we're going to do some nice deep 360 breaths. So just taking your own time. So as you inhale, you're going to think about your word. So my word when I think about this is relax. So we're going to inhale in your word. Exhale out any tension you can feel anywhere in your body. And you can use the golden thread breathing, you can use the pursed lip breathing, but just nice steady cadence for this one. Now you've got the rhythm of that breath, we're going to bring it into resonant breathing. So resonant breathing is where we inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. So we're going to do that 3 times and then we're going to perform our apnea. So we're going to inhale in our word for 5. We're going to exhale out the tension for 5. You don't need to count, I'll count. And at the end of the third one, we're going to pause and slowly widen our ribs. Sorry, I'll just wait till everybody's ready. So ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close your mouth and nose, pause, widen your ribs for 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and just let your breath come back nice and naturally again. So, this time we're going to do a lion's breath, and we're not going to add an apnea to this because I would like your focus to be on your pineal gland. So we're going to do a few of these. So we're going to be sitting up. We're going to have our hands on our thighs somewhere with our hands outstretched. So we're stretching out the diaphragm in our hands. So we want to stretch our hands out. Good. And just bring awareness to how that makes your diaphragm feel. Can you feel how it's engaging your diaphragm a little? We're not scrunching the diaphragm up. So if we scrunch our fists, so make fists with your hands, scrunch them up and see how that makes your chest feel. Now open your palm up and feel how that makes your chest feel. Can you feel the difference? Rebecca's going, no, scrunch it hard, Rebecca. And then open it up, but don't feel like you're opening it up into tension. Just open up and feel it lengthening. And this is why they do this in yoga, where they have this open palm position, because what it does, what it should feel like you're doing is opening through your diaphragm, especially at the front. Okay, so we're going to inhale with our eyes wide open. Then as we exhale, we're going to open our mouth wide, stick our tongue out, and I'd like you to take your eyes and feel like you're looking towards the center of your forehead. So you're going to look here. This is your pineal gland is directly behind the bridge of your nose. And the pineal gland's got a lot to do with what goes on with your pelvic floor. So we're going to take a nice breath in, inhaling. Then inhale. One more for now. I'm going to explain a little bit more about the anatomy. Inhale. This is a great one for calming down your nervous system. Your eyes, the way your eyes come out of your head, they kind of do a cross, and they cross at exactly the point where the pineal gland is. So when we start to use our eyes and create that little bit of activation through the occipital nerve and the occipital muscles, then what we're doing is we're creating the same, you know how when we inhale and the diaphragm descends and massages the adrenal glands, does all that. We're almost doing the same for the pineal gland when we do this, which is why this is such an effective exercise for helping with your nervous system. So let's do one more. Now we know a little bit more about the anatomy. So take a nice breath in, inhaling. Might went on for ages. And then relax for a moment. Okay, so we are going to go into a little bit of alternate nostril breathing. Now, this is amazing for calming down your nervous system. And a lot of our stuff with our pelvic floor is about our nervous system. So I'd like you just to, again, adjust yourselves if you need to, move your legs if you need to, because we've been sitting for a while. We're going to take our middle two fingers and place them kind of in the palm of our hands. We're going to take our pointy finger, it's got a proper name, and put it on our forehead. And we're going to have our thumb on one side of our nostril and our little finger on the other. So we're going to start by shutting off. So I've got mine so that my thumb is on my right side, but yours might be the other. We're going to start with the thumb though. So we're going to shut off the other nostril with our little finger, and we're going to inhale through the thumb side. So we're going to take a nice deep slow breath in through the thumb side. Then we're going to close that side off and exhale through the other side. Inhale through the little finger side. Close it off, exhale through the thumb side. And you're just going to get a nice rhythm by yourselves. So take your time, nice slow breaths. I'd like you to try and think about counting to 4 on the inhale and counting to 4 on the exhale in your head as you breathe. but take your own cadence. If you need a 3 and 3, do that. If you prefer a 5 and 5, do that. So just take your time.
Sorry, Abby. Can you explain what I'm doing again?
Yeah, so what we're doing first of all is we're only going to breathe through one nostril at a time. So
Okay.
start first of all by blocking off one side with the little finger and keeping the other side nostril open, so the thumb side open. So then we inhale through the nostril side, through the thumb side. Then we block that off with the thumb and we open up the other side and exhale through the other side. Then we inhale through that other side, so through the finger side, then block that off and exhale through the thumb side. So we have this continuous breath going with the different nostrils. So just take your time, do another few. And now I'd like you to do 3 in a row. So we're going to inhale for 4, exhale for 4, and at the end of the third one, we're going to do an apnea. And just see how it feels, because we're going to hold our nose we're going to shut both sides of our nostril off the apnea. Okay, so finger and thumb. Let's start our breathing in. So in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Close your mouth and nose. Widen your ribs. And then release. So it is a different way of getting an apnea, and some people feel that they get a really lovely apnea when they use the alternate nostril breathing. So our last one for today, we're going to come to the hummingbird breath. So the hummingbird breath is a vagal release breath. So we've come all full circle all the way around. So we take our fingers and we place them in our ears, and there's a bit of cartilage that partially covers your ears near the bottom of your ear canal. You know, it's like it's half closed. You're going to press on that cartilage. Both fingers. Good. So now you should feel like you've got kind of almost like an echo chamber in your head when you talk. That's what's going to happen. So we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to hum. And I'd like you to try and find that hum in your chest, in your neck, in your head, all simultaneously at the same time. So you might have to practice with pitches to try and find out which pitch works for you for your hum. So we're going to inhale through our nose and then hum for our exhale. Now you're going to do another 3 in your own time. At the end of your third one, you're going to pause, close your mouth and nose, and widen your ribs. So 3 hummingbird breaths into an apnea. Take your time. And then into your apnea. And once you've done that, relax your shoulders, relax your body. We're going to come to lying down for a moment. So we're just going to finish in the lying down position. Our knees bent, our feet flat on the floor. Nice long spine. Okay, relax your feet. We're going to inhale and we're going to tilt our pelvis forward. So we're inhaling, really accentuating the movement in our ribcage. And we're going to do three and six for our breathing for this. As we exhale, we're going to tuck our tailbone under. As you inhale, I'd like you to think about your word. So that word, whether it was relaxed, smooth, whatever it was. So inhale, think about your word. Exhale, think about all the tension leaving your body. So ready to inhale and tilt from the pelvis. In, 2, 3, tuck and release tension. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale your word. 2, 3, tuck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, back to neutral. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Widen your ribs for as long as is comfortable for you. Really focusing on the expansion to the sides, the expansion behind. Just taking your time. And when you need to inhale here, you're going to inhale position and exhale release. And once you've released, just lying here still, relaxing your hands, relaxing your legs, just breathing in your own natural cadence again, just bringing all your nervous system, bringing everything we've done today. So just taking time. Just having a little thought about what you enjoyed the most, what you found difficult, what you want to do more of or less.